comparison review between the Razer BlackWidow Chroma and the Corsair K95. I try to talk about the K65 and K70 as well though, so it really helps you get an idea of what keyboard you should use. Now I'm staying on this keyboard for a moment because you can probably tell on film. See how there's a slight flicker in the LEDs? You can't see that usually, it's only because I'm filming it. The Razer has no such issues. So the quality of the LEDs might be better on the Razer, however, you'll also notice that the Razer has very much pastel colors. They're not solid or not clear. I don't know if you can tell on film, but the colors definitely look better on the K95, just the lights flicker on film. But if you're not filming your keyboard, then it won't be a problem, so just thought I'd point it out just in case it is an issue for you. Now, I'll try to do this video as quickly as possible. The Corsair boards are the better boards. They got better build quality, that's not plastic. The keys are Cherry MX, so they click in very nicely. You have the wrist rest. On the K95 and K70 you have the media keys. You don't have that on the K65 though, because it is a 10 keyless. The colors are a lot stronger even though they're flickering. And you can do a lot more with the software too. The software lets it down a little bit because it is hard to use and it just has a few bugs that I don't like. And I have to switch off this keyboard at night, otherwise the lights stay on and start going into a screensaver mode. Only 3 phase options, so dim, sort of still dim, and not as dim. So the lights aren't too bright on this thing, but they're still good and the colors are really nice. So overall it's just a great board. I love typing on it, love the fact that I've got it. Price wise it is a bit too expensive, but you have to think like how long are you going to keep this keyboard for? I'm thinking about 10 years, hoping it'll last that long, which means that it roughly equates to about $30 a year. It's sort of an investment. You're better off going for quality that's going to last. And these boards just feel solid, they're great. Now the Razer does feel like a cheaper board, and this is num lock on. You put caps lock and all that, and they just sort of shine through the back. It looks really bad. I don't know why they did this. Just a standard LED would look much better there. And what would have been better is media keys. I mean, you can get the media functions with the function key, but would have been so much better to have dedicated right there. This is a loud one. So obviously I knew that before I bought it. The problem is that Razer say don't remove the keys. And the reason is that some of these are spring-loaded, and I think it's just all the big ones, so you wouldn't be able to put them back on easily. The thing is, this is a cheaper keyboard, so if you don't want to spend all that money and you do want to stick with Razer, I mean this works quite nicely. I love typing on it. It's not a bad board in any sense, it's just a few things could be better and it's not as good as the Corsair build quality wise. But it's still a great board. If I had to use this full time, other than waking people up at night, it would be a really good choice. So there's just a few things lacking that I think could be improved. One thing, if you're going to have USB port and headphone and microphone jack on the board, put it at the back where the other cable is, otherwise it's going to get in the way of your mouse. These keys are not Cherry MX, so they're not the best quality, but they're still quite good and they're a lot of fun to type on. Also, I've measured them and they're 1mm taller. And I find that my fingers just fit nicer on them. Like I really like typing on this keyboard because of that. Extra room. I know it's not much, but it definitely makes a difference. This is a DEC Cherry MX, just a little test keyboard. This is what the blue sounds like. This is what the Razer sounds like. DEC is the higher pitch one, or the Cherry MX ones. And of course my Corsair has O-rings on them, but they are the red. And these actually feel scratchy by comparison to the DEC. I think DEC are making better quality keyboards. The Corsair isn't perfect, it's just a really good board. So that's a simple comparison. Corsair because it's just better quality and I much prefer typing on it overall, and plus the extra features and so on. But the Razer is a good fun gaming board. It has the dedicated macro keys on the left hand side, The K70 does not, but the K95 has 18 of them, and that's why I got that, because I use them all the time. Which board is right for you? If you can get the money, and I'd say it'd be wise to save and get this board, then definitely do that. But if you just want a quick plug and play, easy to use, muck around board that's good fun, but not the best quality, then the Razer is a good option too. But I have to recommend the Corsair because it is a better quality board. Okay, that's it. Any questions or comments, just leave them below and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Stay tuned for more videos coming soon.